Dr. Q's Fresh Breath Club for brighter smiles and maximum oral health. Made from 100% sustainable bamboo, it provides fresh breath for the whole family, grandparents, parents, and children. Buy once or subscribe to join the club. Fresh breath awaits at drqsfreshbreathclub.com. Shop now. Dr. Q's Fresh Breath Club.
Welcome to the Black Lion Podcast. We're your hosts, Shenise Nicole and Devon Lee. And tonight we will be talking about technology and its impact on society. Shenise, can you get us started, please?
What's up, y'all? So this is an interesting conversation that I would definitely like to have regarding technology, and it's pretty much the impact that it has on society, okay? So honestly, we all know that technological advances or technology is advancing at a rapid pace, okay? So I want to say it's good and bad, right? Because as much as technology advances, or as fast as technology advances, I feel like less people are able to get a grasp on how to use it. You know what I'm saying? However, there's pros to it. There's pros to, technology advancing as rapidly as it is. I definitely feel like, with the technology that we have now, what is it? You can do a lot of things with the technology we have now. You have artificial intelligence now for, marketing. We have these new phones that's great with photography and videography. You have portable devices, aka tablets and iPads and so on, that make working on, digital art or whatever easier because you could take it to go, right? Also, I was exploring my phone and I noticed that there's spreadsheets on there. There's a whole app for spreadsheets. I mean, there's just so many features that you could utilize on an Android. It just all depends on, the person and how tech savvy that they want to be. But in terms of just the technology, from all the technology that they have out now. And then what I really, really like that these phones and stuff has is, you can track family members in case if you don't hear from them, it's 9 times out of 10, somebody go have a phone on them. So you can find them and stuff like that. Obviously there's some cons to that, but I'm gonna stick with the pros, I also like how you can link all your devices together. So you can start work on one device and pick it up on another device and pick it up on another device. Technology has just advanced so much to where there's a lot of benefits, but at the same time, you're kind of compromising privacy and safety as well, because we don't really know what the government is up to. And as long as, they have access to your devices, nothing's a secret. So, yeah. But yeah, for the most part, though, I don't really have any complaints about our current technology. I feel like, everything is utilized. I could utilize all of the technological advances to my advantage. And so, I don't really have any complaints on that.
The only complaint I got with technology is, like you said earlier, is the privacy. Because they want to know a lot of information that they want you to type in. And sometimes the information get compromised and your identity could get stolen like that. So I got a big problem with it. I know the owner of TikTok, or a representative from TikTok, was in court. I think it was the owner. And he was trying to explain how they going to send out a memo or something to TikTokers and letting them know what their information will be used for and how they plan on keeping their information safe. I know that was a big issue in the courts. But
absolutely, because, there's millions of users that use TikTok accounts and so on. Your information can definitely be compromised. But in terms of privacy, I think that's where people would really have to go into their settings, really utilize their settings and, like just turn certain things off from certain people, turn certain things, like censor certain things. Or for example, like with Facebook, like they have it to where like, certain contact from certain people. And I've actually utilized that feature. Also with the phones now, like just to get into an app, like you have to set your settings to where you literally would need the Face ID or the passcode to get into all of your stuff. However, technology is not perfect. So yeah, I definitely agree. I've actually heard from like 2 people that somebody else was able to utilize the Face ID. And it was like because that the person, I guess, looked just like the person that did the Face ID. So that's something that's a little, concerning. I'm not exactly too sure like how they do the Face ID or whatever on an iPhone specifically. But I do know that, Google may compromise your personal information. Like I've seen it to where like I've gotten alerts where it was like, oh, such and such has entered a data breach or something. Like a company will send a disclaimer out. Like I think that happened with it either happened with Wells Fargo or Bank of America, and it's happened with Google where there is a data breach. So you're not all the way protected, but when you're able to set your own settings, you can kind of try to filter and protect yourself, essentially. So, but I still feel like there's a lot of drawbacks, you know what I'm saying? Because in terms of privacy, somebody that's above all of this has to be able to monitor what the hell people are using this product for. You know what I'm saying? And how they're using it. There's a lot of people that do bad things out here. So I understand monitoring, the activity that's going on with this technology. I definitely understand it. But, at the same time too, it's crazy to know when you don't have privacy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah.
They could be listening to our conversation right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been saying that they're on Alexa and something else, that they really be listening and stuff, because a drug dealer was using Alexa the same, and they raided the house and stuff. I don't know where it was at, but I heard that story that they really be listening in to people with the Alexa and whatever device is like Alexa.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too much.
Yeah, that is a little scary. But I would also have to wonder if that person already knew certain information that just made it easier to compromise whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because there's only so much that you can do. Now, I understand that technology, I'm like really itchy. I understand people saying, technology is listening. It actually is, because that's how the algorithms are formed on each app. The algorithm is specifically based off of your likes, the content that it's just kind of like personalized like data that's kind of like goes off of your activity. So we are being listened to. Have you ever like talked about something around somebody and then you went on Facebook or Instagram or something and whatever you was talking about, that mug just popped up on your timeline? Yeah, that algorithm. Yep. And that's crazy because the app is like literally listening to what you're saying, and you're, once you get on there, boom, it pops up on your sign. That to me is a little bit scary, a little bit, but it's not that bad though. It's not all bad. It's not too bad. At least not to me. Because
like you said, it has its pros.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely has its pros and cons. What I would like to see though is, as far as technological advances, I would like to see us be able to get a digital version of our IDs and driver's license, so that in case if we don't have it or we lose it or we forget it somewhere, we can access it on the phone. And the only reason why I say that is because, there's DoorDash, there's Instacart, there's so many things that we use that require an ID. And in case if somebody loses their ID or even their whole wallet or whatever the case may be, you have an app on your phone or you have a feature on your phone where you could just pull up your ID and say who you are. And I mean like an actual legit, like where you can add it maybe to your Apple Wallet or Google Wallet or Google Pay or something like a digital wallet, to where it's like if you lose a physical copy, you can still have an electronic form that looks official, not just a picture that you took, but in electronic form where they can even scan the barcode if they needed to, and it'll show that is you. You know what I'm saying? And then I also feel like that will cut the wait time of getting an ID and a license from the DMV. Because I don't know about you, but out here we literally like have to wait. Even if it's just an ID, we literally have to wait 2 weeks to get it. So I just feel like if we can do a whole application online and everything like that to renew your ID or driver's license, I should be able to get it the same day. Yep. Like kids at school, they go and get their ID cards and get them the same day. Why we can't get ours? We adults, why we can't get ours quick?
I think they still give out temporary IDs or licenses.
Yeah, the paper, but no, I'm talking about the card. Like there's even kids can get their school ID same day on a card. Why we can't get it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's one thing that can really be changed. Like we shouldn't have to wait 2 weeks to get to get identification. Like I honestly feel like if they're not gonna give us a physical copy, then we should at least elect to get an electronic copy so that it's made readily available, to where it's like, say like somebody just came from the DMV, just renewed their license, and then they just so happen to get pulled over. I mean, I understand the temporary, but why not have an electronic version to where it's like you can show the officer that you legit have your physical copy of your ID. You don't have to keep showing them no damn paper to have the actual card, a digital form on your phone. And if you have a phone that can't do that, then that's what the physical copy is for. I mean, I feel like that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense to do it like that.
You want something like they did, but that they really didn't have they did everything through technology, really. That's how they really didn't use no normal stuff that we use. And we just don't want the robots to take over.
Yeah, I don't want no aliens, robots, none of them taking over. I don't even know what it is about us that would even make them want to take over. Like, what are y'all really taking over? Why? That's all I want to know. But yeah.
Artificial intelligence evolved. So it said that we was a threat to ourselves. And that was in the movie. I was like, how are we threats to ourselves? But then I think about it, I said, oh, because man do harm man to his own. Like we just harm each other. That's just what we do naturally.
Yeah. So that's probably why they say we a threat to ourselves. But I don't know. Artificial intelligence, I just feel like, just like humans crashed on this technology, you know what I'm saying? So we shouldn't have to solely rely on that. And then also, too, it's like, to me, at least from what I was told, I thought that robots and aliens had better technology than us. So it's like, why would we be invaded for our technological advances if they have better stuff? I don't know if that's true, but yeah. I mean, our technology, I feel like, is improving at fast rates. And we are definitely able to live a life of upgraded technology, like essentially every year. So yeah, I mean, to me, it's just, I don't know, something to like really,
Everybody in competition, all the countries, they keep going around in the news, all the countries are in competition for technology. That's why they put the Bitcoin so much, because what Bitcoin did, it created a space where the government can't monetize Bitcoin.
Yeah.
The government, so they trying to find a way to stop it. But somebody technology though.
Yeah.
And some people knew that coin was going to boom in a few years, and it did.
Yeah. And then also too, like the thing that I don't understand either is with the government specifically. The American dollar is backed by nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like before, back in the day, it used to be backed by gold. Now it's not backed by anything. It's literally just paper. Like it's literally a note that says, you know what, like, or I'm gonna give you this in exchange of this, and that's that. It would make sense if maybe the government collected. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank now. But it would make sense to me if the government collected their own coins because then, but they could at least see how it goes. And then I feel like from these exchange wallets that they're using in terms of like Coinbase and Robinhood and stuff like that, it's like Cash App. It's like those companies give 1099. So I don't understand how they're making it seem like people don't pay taxes on Bitcoin or people can't pay taxes on Bitcoin. To me, it's like anytime the Bitcoin goes through those exchange wallets and it's being withdrawn and cashed out, that's when the IRS need to come in and be like, hey, where this coming from? Well, you're going to get taxed on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you combat that. And they might even want to back the American dollar with some coins, sure. Because I mean, the American dollar has no value to it at all. Like I did see though that they were trying to come out with their own digital coin. With that digital coin, sorry, I dropped my water. With that digital coin, they're going to try to regulate the taxes and everything on that digital coin. But honestly, to me, I just feel like that's nice and that's a cool little effort to try to, put in. But really and truly, I feel like too many people are hip to them wanting or the IRS wanting a piece of their cut. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't really know how well their digital currency would do. I honestly feel like there's a lot of people that might invest in that. But I would just hope that they understand that that was a game plan that was put together so that they can tax people accordingly. Because people was getting rich off that Bitcoin and they like, hold on, y'all owe us. So
That's why other countries, they want you to pay them in Bitcoin that they not really worrying about. Unless it's in their currency. Like you said,
yeah.
that US dollar is being depreciated and Bitcoin is becoming the main currency. So, well, it will be within the next 3 years. But there was some videos out here, and they were saying that everything is going to be on electronic. You're not going to money. You might can still have money, but it's going to be very limited. Everything is moving to the technology phase. Everything touches a finger, making money, well, making passive income, whatever you got to do. I said that's nice because then you don't got to worry about getting robbed for no money that you got in your pocket. Nobody. Stick up voices out there.
Yeah, man. So I'm really interested to see how this new election is gonna go as well too, because in terms of how like moving forward as a country, that's really gonna determine like the different types of like advances that do come out. And I don't know, I want to see what this election brings about because I know that I was watching a campaign about Robert, what's his name? I think it's Robert Kennedy Jr. or whatever the case may be.
They wanted to do it their way, though. That'd be the problem. The government, they want it done their way, or not at all. That'd be the problem.
Yeah.
They stuck.
Yeah. You know what? I don't understand why I just drew a blank and I was about to talk about something that was kind of like, I was about to say something that was kind of gonna bring some good insight to the conversation. OMG. But yeah, to circle back to that though, honestly, I'm kind of a little impressed with the technological advances that we have been experiencing. I'm also kind of like impressed with, how user friendly a lot of this technology is as well too, because I know that, I am getting old, so I can only imagine how people with no technology that are still living feel right now. But at the same time, it's like, I am glad that I still know how to work stuff and read directions very, very well to know how to work something so that when, things get fast and technology upgrades rapidly, that I can like adjust.
I'm sure they're gonna train people once they fully embrace it all.
Yeah. But I'm thinking about the elders. You know what I'm saying? The elders, freaking the ones that experience typewriter days. You know what I'm saying? Those is the ones that be having a tough time. But
Before they got family members to help them out, make sure they good,
yeah,
teach them how to get on. I know some older people, they gotta use telehealth to do doctor's appointments because they can no longer physically make it there. So they use technology to still have their doctor's appointment with their doctor.
yeah,
So that was, even though COVID killed people, a blessing for people to learn new things and basically improve themselves somewhat.
yeah. And then you know what? Honestly, too, it's like people have to understand they gotta have an open mindset to accept change. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. Like just having an open mindset and knowing that things are always going to change and evolve and stuff like that. I feel like that's the best way that somebody can really grow and really be with the times. Also, you know what I noticed too? Like a lot of people don't really read like tutorials on how to really work stuff and use stuff, and a lot of people don't follow instructions. And so I feel like, before this year ends, I would think or hope that more people would do that. We'll see though. But
What the technology we on now, Zoom, I said that was one of the best things for everybody because kids was going to school with it. People was doing work conferences on it. And it's still been a huge success, I know for a fact. I think the other day when we was talking, you had said something about making it where jobs allow people to work from home, but also come in the building a certain amount of days, but also be able to work from a high office from their house. I was like, yeah, it's gonna happen faster than we think.
so what?
It's gonna happen faster than we think. That's where it seems like it's going. The push for it.
Yep. Yep.
The only job like hard labor job won't be able to make it hybrid, but or essential workers, because they got to be on in person and all that, making sure people safe. Ambulance, nurses, doctors. They like to use technology a lot too. Just to make their work easy.
Yeah.
Because they could do their job.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I was thinking about 13's Reasons Why, and she used a cassette and tapes to record her 13's Reasons Why.
I think I watched that movie.
It's a TV series on Netflix.
Or my bad. I think I watched it though.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Watched it. I'm not sure if it was that or something else that is almost similar to that.
Use technology to like journal or diary, whichever one you got. I think that's good because with a notebook, it could get misplaced, damaged, or whatever. At least with technology, you can still pull it up and be able to come back to writing whatever you was writing, and it's not be damaged because it's inside whatever technology application or wherever it's at in a computer or something. So it really would get damaged unless it get lost somewhere in the cloud somewhere. And they say ain't nothing really ever deleted. It's always out there once you put it on the internet. That's their favorite line. Once you put it out there on the internet, it's out there forever.
Yeah.
And I can believe part of it though, because with the celebrities, they bring up tweets from 7-10 years ago, especially.
I think though, in terms of style as well, because there's with advances or with changes comes with new looks, right? So in terms of style, I will say like a lot of our technology is not as bad as when like you have animals, just like you said, because animals, I feel like I lost my train of thought. I don't even know what I was talking about with the animals. What am I talking about with animals? With technology, like with
Are you talking over
you said what?
Are you referring to like the camper or something that you can pick?
No, I meant to say I don't even know where I was going with the animals part. No, I meant to say like with like TVs and computer screens and stuff like that, they have like new looks. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, things, core processors are faster, processing time is faster. Yeah. So
They gotta make it fast. That's how they fast pace.
yeah. So I do like that as well too.
They say we the only country that all the other countries they they don't move as fast as we do. So they say that's why they could tell when somebody from America by the way they walk. So that's crazy. Well, China make almost everything that comes to America. So
Exactly.
they trying
They
to
do, but the crazy part about it is a lot of their stuff that we get from them, like when we order from a drop shipping store or comes from them. But what doesn't make sense is a lot of their stuff is of cheaper quality, but majority of our resources come from them. So it's a little weird because it kind of really like, I don't even want to say that we advance our own technology if China has way more advanced technology than us. I don't understand how we get cheap versions of their stuff, all that. You would think they make a bunch of money off of us.
that's the agreement the two countries made, most likely in their contract, what they got with each other.
Yeah.
A lot of things get mass produced, some for cheap and then selling for a higher price. You're doing business,
Yeah.
you're in the right kind of business.
Yeah, that's why I feel like the good thing about Bitcoin is, you can hold on to it and nobody can really take it from you unless it's good. Unless they can monitor. We'll see. We'll just have to see about that.
The only thing I don't, well, not I don't, it's more so. I always been curious about because a place called McGee Rehabilitation, and it basically they help all kinds of people with disabilities, and they got all types of technology to help people with disabilities to do whatever tasks that they want to do. It could be work and mobility, and I think that they want that the technology that they use is beneficial to people. Yep. I was a patient there too, so that's another reason. Certain things I couldn't do because I got a pacemaker in my left chest. But it's a lot of new technologies that they got that I want to try more so to see if it help with more mobility in my arms and stuff like that. And thank us, could that be a blessing? Well, good people, we thank y'all for tuning in tonight. We are on the Black Line Podcast with Shenise Nicole and Devron Lee. Yeah. Hope y'all let us know what you think, and we want y'all to continue to support.